Basketball fans, the All-Star Game, best of the East against best in the Western Conference. And we are proud to bring it to you live.
The All-Star festivities always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for the West All-Stars, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Durant is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Curry, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot.
Just a fun event to see so much talent here assembled in one place.
Well, it's really one of the reasons this weekend is such a fun time for the fans and really all of the NBA players involved as well.
Dwayne Wade, an 11-time All-Star. You know, in last year's game, he was a little banged up, so even as a starter, he only played 11 minutes in the game. That was a career low. He was looking to rest up the knee and give other guys a chance to play.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
And Harden wide open, he shoots. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And we're seeing right here the defense is definitely optional.
Yeah, and we're seeing which option the players are taking.
And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, you know, they've just got to focus on playing the game. That never gets old. I love seeing that type of athletic play.
Yeah, I agree with you. And if any of you viewers at home missed the dunk contest last night,
man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
That's one of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out the high flyers, some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book.
Durant kicks to Harden. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the West All-Stars. On defense, the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. Here's Wade, and he banks in the layup. Wade's got his second bucket.
Very lax defense. Both teams are just getting a sweat going. They haven't really got into the defense yet.
Well, Steve, you watched these games before. That's not a big surprise. Saving some of that energy for the offensive fireworks is what they're doing.
Love with a wide open look and count it from 19 feet away.
And the points coming in bunches, defense and afterthought.
It's like a pickup game, Clark. I mean, these are always shootouts.
Here's Curry, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And here comes LeBron. Wade kicks to Love. Here's Wall. That's good. Wall's got his third bucket of the night.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star Game.
Outside for Curry. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Third three in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
Now Love inside. West All-Stars with the rebound. Pulls up on the elbow, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 5.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Wade has the open look. Offensive rebound. The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Anthony can't hit.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Tune in this Saturday night, February 21st. Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors take on Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets. Hoops action.
A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove.
They've got Lowry. Anthony is out there with Paul George. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Irving at the point guard position. That's the five out there for the East All-Stars.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
Not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Now Nowitzki.
Well, Blake Griffin, a perennial All-Star. This is his 5th appearance, and he got off to a hot start last go-round with 8 dunks in the first 11 minutes. Where's the defense?
Nowhere to be found, Clark. Nowhere to be found. Here's Anthony. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good!
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good!
Now, you know, he's obviously a very popular player, but look at the numbers for his team that he's put up this year. Just outstanding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Steve. He's been making it happen, clearly focused, and I know he's looking to continue that effort for the second half of the season as well.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout, and if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can, and I think he feels like he might have seen one.
That drops. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the West All-Stars.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Good.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 15 points.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you've got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. This is a competitive matchup.
Good.
Well, we've seen that before. And these two teammates hooking up, they've got a lot of chemistry together, no question.
They certainly do, and it's fun to watch. I mean, they really know what each other is thinking.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Now here's Walker. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Drummond, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness. These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play. You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
The West All-Stars have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early. The free throw off from Griffin. Wall passes to LeBron. Some solid D from Paul.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And the first half ends in a close one. West All-Stars out in front, up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
Yeah, and Kevin, often the second half is where you see that intensity turned up a bit.
Well, yeah, the first half maybe a little more loose, and then the second half is where it can get more competitive once the game is on the line.
Curry with it. On the court for the West All-Stars, we've got Durant, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Harden, and it's Curry in at the one.
Well, the display from deep, longer range than what we normally get to see from him in the regular season.
Well, Steve, definitely there's that added freedom here we don't always get to see otherwise. Steph Curry last season went from all-star snub to an all-star starter. That shows you how quickly this star has risen among NBA players. He's one of the most dynamic scorers the league has seen, and he's just as good off the court in his community endeavors as well.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Dwayne Wade. Durant, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Durant's got 10 points.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half. And Curry, a fan favorite. I think in some ways his accessibility is part of his appeal. Not a giant or a crazy athlete, but it's his skill level that truly sets him apart. Great teammate, quality individual. He's easy to root for.
And last year in his first All-Star appearance, uncharacteristic shooting for Curry, 2 of 11 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, despite that, he did end up with a double-double and showed some razzle-dazzle with his ball handling. Boy, he keeps that thing on the string, Kevin. But you expect him to torch those nets, and he didn't quite do that in that.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Cousins. Gay comes in for Kevin Durant. Russell Westbrook in for James Harden. And Parker subbed in for Steph Curry. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Parker dishes to Westbrook. Here's Gay. Drops one in from the wing. Gay's got the lead up to 6 now for the West All-Stars.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Here's LeBron. And that one's good. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Unloads from 13. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And it's a 9-point West All-Star lead.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And the East All All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And some changes here for the East. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Love. Paul George comes in for LeBron. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dwayne Wade. The West also making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Anthony Davis. Paul comes in for Rudy Gay. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Tony Parker.
Kyrie Irving grew up right across the Hudson over in New Jersey. Plenty of friends and family in attendance. I'm sure he'll be as motivated as ever to put on a show.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Nowitzki, good.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Anthony kicks to Wall. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. That's now 8 points for John Wall.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 10-point game. Jefferson setting the pick for George. Wall's shot is off. Here's Paul. Here's Westbrook. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
A nice shot by George.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Hits the jumper in space. 10 points for him. 11 seconds left in the third. Irving attacking. And the rebound goes to Griffin. For 3, West. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the coolest of fashions.
Coming up this Friday, February 20th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. A Western Conference battle. It's the real deal.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And the fans definitely getting top value for their money.
Yeah, always some great highlight reel plays with this all-star caliber talent.
Lowry out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Parker. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Love in its center. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
And you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, if things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the West All-Stars.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we were really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
James, good on the shot. LeBron's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
It's Harden with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 18. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Lowry.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
I think it was universally agreed upon that Steph Curry was a huge snub for the 2013 All-Star game. Well, that got corrected this past season as he finally made his first appearance. he was voted in as a starter for the West.
Jefferson's checked in for the East. Ball comes in for Kyle Lowry. And that one's good by LeBron.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
And that first appearance for Steph as a starter, you can't really argue that he didn't deserve it, as he led the way for the Warriors all last year.
And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
I know it.
And glide, and glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
And I think had Chris Paul not missed a month going into February last season, he'd probably start in that All-Star game.
Yeah, but Curry's on his heels, Kevin. I mean, as CP3 gets just a fraction older, I think Curry does have the chance to become the consensus best point guard in the NBA. Time will tell.
All with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Durant, the big dunk at the end of the break.
It doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse throwdown like that.
Clark, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Well, he's already got a pretty good one, too, Kevin. It's only going to get better with plays like that.
Here's LeBron. The kick out to Wall. And that time, also a missed shot. Here comes Steph Curry. The drive by Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Here's Wall. Here's Jefferson. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
That bucket in no time at all.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter. Work it good. And they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since. The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
On its way from Curry for 2, and he gets the jumper to drop. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 assists. Wall attacking. The rim-rattling two-handed jam. Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, when he elevated that size, that's impressive. And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as